Okay, let's look at the answers here. So again, first of all, when you're passing something to this get line, what is expecting is a string array, right? Where it will store the string itself. So, and then it will return the length of the array, okay? And then you just need to set the pointer to our pointer array to this to the array, right? So this part is actually easier because this time it's every time you're reading in a new line, you're always pointing at the beginning of the row of inside this 2D array, right? This time is always this time, always like the beginning of this thing. Rather, this is you're just sending the particular row in your 2D array. This is giving it a specific row, right? And this one is saving your address to the beginning of this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, saving it to the beginning of the array. All right. So yeah, again, we're breaking out our 2D array into every row, right? Every time we just send one row into our get line, so the string will be stored inside, and then we'll store the location of where this string is to our pointer array. Okay. So now let's look at another problem. So we wanted to create a function. Okay, the function is very straightforward. It will return the name of the months, for example, January, February, right? That's the name of the months, based off the number we have entered, right? If we enter 2, that will return February. If we enter 10, it will return October, right? Those English name. So in this way, essentially, we're basically looking up an existing array, and this will be a very ideal scenario for internal static array, right? The internal static array is only visible inside this function itself, right? It won't. It's like a private array of string. So this is how it works. So we'll initialize this static array, and it will store all the names of the months, right? You notice that it has a length of 13 rather than 12, just like we had showed last time about the days of the months, right? We start with something irrelevant. The first one is not supposed to be used because you should only enter n equals to 1 to 12, right? However, if someone by accident enter 0, we will give some error message, like illegal months, right? You can only enter from 1 to 12. And after that, we will simply just return either the month name directly, or if the enter is not within between 1 to 12, it's outside that, we'll return our error message in that case. Right? So that handles all the probable problems. All right, so in this example, you can see we're storing this number of months in a pointer array. Okay, so it has a pointer, right? The pointer is only pointing at each single string, and each string itself is stored in an array. right? This is again the exact same example we have looked at earlier, which is like we sorting apple, banana, that kind of things. So this tells you that it is quite ideal that we are using this array of pointer to store different lengths of strings, right? If our data is inconsistent from row to row, it's more preferable we'll use this array of pointer, right? So those two concepts are quite confusing. One is 2D array, one is array of pointer, a pointer array, right? 2D array will give us a fixed size of the data at the beginning, right? So if you initialize it at 10 by 10, it's always 10 by 10, especially the width of it, right? The rows of it, you could potentially ignore it when you initialize it, right? You can say, you can essentially skip this first 10. If you don't know how many rows you're going to have, that's fine. But you should at least have knowing that how many columns, right? How many columns you need. However, if your input has various number of columns, such as like strings, you are more likely using this array of pointer. This 10 here only means that you are having 10 pointers. That's it. Doesn't matter how long of the array is under each pointer. So this make the array of pointer very suitable for storing lines and lines of strings. So we had at the end of last lecture, we had looked at two examples. One is we will convert number of day into its corresponding months and the month day, right? Say if the number is 45, that's actually February the 14th or something like that, right? The day of year is 45, means that's the 45th day of the entire year. If we convert that into months and day, that become February the 15th. Yeah, sorry, I'm calling IT support to fix the screen issue. So I've connected the HDMI,
Yeah.
but this guy don't let me change it over to laptop.
Nice.
I have restarted this console already.
Just gonna do soft pieces.
Yeah, maybe some, but when I connected, the laptop knows I have connected something.
Yeah,
So
it's just that touch has been unresponsive on this chip. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I can do the other button. I think. Yeah, but not.
Hey, on 305, the touch is responding, but I can't switch anything. Yeah. Oh, they're coming here? Oh, all right, sure. Yeah, so the guy who fixed it is coming back to see what happened.
All right. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
I'll be outside. We can continue.
Sure. Thank you. All right. So again, we're going to change existing code which we have looked at before, which is converting the year of the day into months of the day, right? Year of day is 45, will be converted to February the 14th. So this time, instead of using array indexing, okay, we want to use the pointer, okay. So I will show you one example for converting the one way, which is day of year, and then we will look into how to do the same on the month day. All right, so basically they're doing the opposite thing. The day of year will, given the March 15, it will return the number of days in the year time, right? That's 74. Versus the month, they will turn it back. Okay, so let's look at the day of year first.